Can an AI write a book for you? Let's go take a look. So, my name is Kerwin, and I'm with Travel Blogger 101, and we're talking about monetization and how you can monetize your travel blog. And one of the biggest thing that's in the travel industry now is everyone is complaining about AI. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people are complaining about AI. And I think it's because they see AI in one vein. They don't see it as something that can help them. They see it as something that is stealing their content, replacing them, or something like that. Now, every time a new piece of technology comes along, you always get this, right? You get a bunch of people who just go with it, and then you get a bunch of people who are like, "Well, I don't know. This is really bad." And all they do is look at the bad things. I am not that person. I am looking at the way how the technology can be used to help you. Now, in the same vein, the dock workers just did a strike in the US, and well, some of them anyway, and they did the strike action because of automation. One of the reasons was automation was pay raise and stuff like that, but automation was one of them because the people want to automate the entire port. Now, automation can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because when you use it in the way that they want, you're basically you're getting rid of people, right? But I'm getting into the weeds here. I really want to talk about how you can use an AI to write a book. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get that accomplished. The book's not written yet, but what I want to show you is how you can use AI. So we talk about monetization. And one of the videos that I did is to tells you about, how you can create digital content and sell that to help to monetize your blog. Well, the AI is not going to replace you. What the AI is going to do is help you. So it's going to help you formulate what the book should look like, formulate the ideas, and then you are still going to write the book. But guess what? You can even use the AI to help you because if you don't want to write it, you can talk it. AI will create the script for you. It'll do the grammatical editing. You're still an editor, and then you can throw that into text, and then you can put that in the book, etc. So, too much talk. Let me share my screen. I've been to this was sent out a little while back, so it's the numbers are off. But I've flown 196 airlines currently, and every time people ask me, "Well, what's your favorite airline?" And I visited also 145 countries and territories, which equates to 109 UN countries. And people are always asking me, "Well, uh, how would you?" how would you rate everything? But people have all kinds of questions, right? And I don't know what the answers are, or what to answer. I know what the answers are because I did it, right? But I don't know um, what to write about in a sense. So what I did, I created a Facebook post, and this is what I put in my Facebook post. I said, "I'm looking for your input. As you may know, I've flown 192 I even left stuff out there. It's 192 airlines since 1980. Ooh, I like those numbers, and I'm writing a story about it, a little self-PR. Here's where you come in. What questions would you like to know about my flying 189 airlines? And sometimes it's weird, right? When you go back and you read things, you realize the numbers are wrong. I have 192 and I have 189. My brain must have just been doing weird things because I have 192, 1980, 189. But anyway, you get the picture. So then I said I have some idea of what I want to do, but I'm thinking it would be more interesting if I try to answer your questions in the story. Please add your questions in the comment section. And so and then I said I'll answer those in the story and I'll post a link here when I'm done. I haven't done it yet. And then I have a list of the airlines, and they're all right there. And actually, I just looked at the page, and the page needs to be updated. I'm so behind. So here's a Facebook post, and can you please analyze? Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Uh, so I got a whole bunch of answers, and let me go back a sec. Sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit. I ended up getting. I can actually stop sharing so you can see me better. So I ended up getting a whole bunch of answers from my friends or questions from my friends. And they're, asking some really, really good questions. Now, one of the good things about ChatGPT is that it's very good at analysis. And so it would have taken me quite a while to go through these answers because they did give me quite a bit of answers. And but I use ChatGPT to help me to analyze it. And that's where the AI comes in, right? You use it to do stuff that would take you an awfully long time to do. So if I go back to sharing, will I get it right this time? And so then I says, here's a Facebook post and the answers. Can you please analyze? Oh, so I went over to ChatGPT and I said, here's a Facebook post. Of course, I mistyped. And the thing with ChatGPT is that you can mistype, you can make grammatical errors and it figures it out. So can you please analyze it for me and place all the replies in the table and then give me a summary of the ideas? And so it came back and it said to organize and analyze the Facebook post and its response, I'll first compile the information into a table. Then I'll provide a summary of the key ideas and themes that emerge from the comments. ChatGPT is very good about telling you what it's doing when it's doing it. And so it went through and it showed me what the people said, what the comment, and I hit their names, and it showed what they said and also showed my response to what they said. If you want your post to do well on Facebook, when somebody responds to you, respond to them. Either you like it, and don't just do a like or a love or whatever the thing is. Uh, Put something thoughtful into it. What Facebook will do when it sees you're getting interaction, it'll then share it with others. But if you just don't leave it, if you leave it and don't interact with it, it's not going to get shown to anyone else. So it already analyzed what I did and it put it in a table as I requested. So then uh, I had asked it to and give me a summary of ideas, right? So what does it do? It did exactly what I asked it to do. It gave me a summary of ideas, and it says, service quality and traveler needs. There's an interest in understanding what airlines universally do well and where they fall short in meeting traveler needs. Nostalgia and missed airlines. Some participants reminisced about airlines that no longer operate, showing a sense of nostalgia and curiosity about experiences with now defunct airlines. And I have flown many defunct airlines. And a lot of my friends have actually worked for these defunct airlines. So also customer service rankings. Questions about the best and worst airlines in terms of customer service indicate a keen interest in this aspect of air travel. Advice for airline executive. There's curiosity about what small changes airline could implement to significantly improve customer satisfaction. So using this information, I told also my next thing to, and I just showed you a sample, but it gave me a lot of information. So then what I said to the AI is using this information, create an outline for a blog post of about 2,500 words. Please write in English. And so I went over to ChatGPT and I'm just going to share exactly what's here now. So what did it say? It says, certainly, Kerwin, here's an outline for a 2,500 word blog post based on the information from your Facebook post and the responses. And what it's doing is it's giving me a format. So it says I should call it Exploring the World through 192 airlines, inside experiences and stories. Of course, I can change that to 196 now. And it tells me what to do. My introduction should be a brief introduction to your extensive flying experience with 192 airlines since 1980. Mention of the Facebook post seeking questions and comments from followers. Purpose of the blog post, sharing insights, answering queries, and telling stories from your unique perspective. So it says section one should be universal service quality and meeting traveler needs. Just 350 words. Nostalgia and the airlines we miss. Another 300 words. And just give me an example, just reflecting on Air Jamaica, Pan Am, Braniff, the impact of airline closures on travel in the industry, customer service. Now, it's not writing it for me, but it's formulating it. It's putting it into sections. And now, because I am the subject matter expert, I will now use these as thoughts and do the stuff that I want to write. Has advice for airline executive. There's a section on that. Then another section on personal stories and memorable flights, favorite pilot and memorable interaction. And I had that information because I've flown some really, really cool flights. Like flying the first, I flew the first commercial flight for United on a 777. And I have a napkin with all the flight attendants and pilots who signed on it. So little things like that I wrote there. Practical considerations, safety and reliability, 300 words. Section 7, in-depth on in-flight experience. Detailed look at in-flight food, comparison of business and first class, the discussion on the best value for money in airline routes. And then I have a 100-word conclusion and I have some type of call to action. And then it says, this outline aims to structure your vast experience and the collected feedback into a comprehensive, engaging, and informative blog post. Now, this is just a blog post, right? Now, the idea behind this is that I'm going to write this. I haven't written it yet. But what it does, it gave me a structure. And now I can use the structure to write the blog post. It didn't write it for me. Now I could say, hey, can you write it for me? And it would. And then I still have to edit it because it's going to write it how it thinks it. Now, the reason why, now when it writes the thing, it'll actually sound like me because over time, I've put some information in here about who I am, my background, how I write, and it has samples of how I write. And so what it's done, it knows how I write. It knows how I speak. It knows I say so a lot. So it shows those in there. So now my next thing to this says, okay, cool. If you were a famous writer, author, can you write an outline for a book based on what you've read here so far? Please write in the English language. And so then it goes, absolutely, Kerwin. Giving you a rich background in airline travel and the intriguing insights from your community, a book outlining your experience and perspective would be fascinating. Here's an outline tailored to encapsulate your journey and expertise. ChatGPT likes to stroke your ego, and so you'll get responses like that. So it gave me a book outline. It wants me to call it Wings of Experience, A Journey Through the Sky with Kerwin McKenzie. Now, if I don't like this title, I can say, hey, I don't like that title. Let's work with something better. Give me 6 examples. It'll give me 6 examples. I'll tweak and tweak and tweak until I get the one that I like. So it's giving me the whole outline, a preface, introduce yourself, the inspiration behind the book. Then it tells me chapter 1 should be first takeoff, the beginning of a lifelong journey. Your first flight experience, the Cessna Skymaster near Jamaica. How does it know that I flew the Cessna Skymaster? Because in my bio, I have that information in my bio. And so it knows a lot about me because I've told it these things. So it's using it to help me to write what I need to write. The evolution of air travel, a historical perspective of airline travel from the 1980s to present. Now, the cool thing about this is it has given me ideas, things that I didn't really think about. And so now I have all these cool ideas. The language of customer service. I'm really big in customer service, so this should be a very big chapter for me. Nostalgic skies, the airlines we loved and lost. This is reminiscing about the airlines that were here and no longer here. Conversations at 30,000 feet, pilot, crew, passengers, interesting and inspiring stories involving pilots, crew, and fellow passengers. The human element of air travel, the business of flying, what things don't when things don't go as planned, what to do, the luxury of flight, and it just goes on. And then there's chapter uh where did I go? There's an epilogue, there's an appendix, there's acknowledgement. So it's giving me a complete outline for the book. And if I hate it, I can go, you know what? I don't like it, redo it. And it'll redo it for me. Or I can say, can you expound on chapter 12 or expound on every chapter? And it'll give me more, it'll go deeper. I can say, I really want to get deeper than this. And then it'll get deeper, and I can use that to formulate and write the book. Because remember, I am the subject matter expert, not ChatGPT. All the AI is doing is giving me a framework in which to work, and I'm the expert. But the idea is that it's saving you time because you would have sat there with a blank sheet of paper and or a blank computer screen, and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I start this? What do I write first? This gives you the push that you need to start writing. And it's really good. It says the book structure aims to capture the essence of your experience and insight, providing readers with a comprehensive, engaging, and educational journey through the world of airline travel. And so I said, excellent. Can you pen the script for a series of YouTube videos for this too? And so I'm using it for multiple pieces of content. So it says, certainly, Kerwin, creating a YouTube video series based on your extensive airline and travel experience is a great idea. Here's a script for the airline for a series that would captivate your audience. Now, something I've just learned recently since I did this, because I did this probably a year ago, and I haven't written it yet. Uh, there is software now where I could create an animation. I could create a bunch of image, and I could create an animation that tells the story. So it's not just writing it, it's not just creating YouTube script. Uh, it's going to create it for me. So when I get this script, I can take this script, put it in the AI. The AI will create the images based on the script. It'll then take those images and animate them. Then I can put those animated images into like a program like CapCut, which is a video editor. And then I add some voiceover to it, and I have a video. So there's so much that you can do with the AI. So don't discount how well the AI can work. So it's giving me a script. Introduction, greetings, and a brief overview of your background in airline travel. Explain the aim of the series, sharing insights, stories, and trips from your travels with 192, or well, 196. Tells you how to do a teaser. Then there's video two, the journey begins, and there's a script for that. I can take the script and I can, as I said, I can put it in like a program like it's called Luminar. Luminar.ai is just one of them, and it can create all the images for me, and it's just amazing. Airline evolution, 1980 to now. So typically what it's doing is it's taking the book and now it's putting it in a video series. Now I could have simply said, create me some carousels for the book. And then I could put the carousels in Instagram. I could say I need some Facebook posts for the book, and it would do just that. And then it tells me that each video should be 10 to 15 minutes long, making them engaging and informative without being overwhelming. Be sure to include a mix of personal storytelling, visual elements, photos and memorabilia, infographics, and interactive segments. And I have a bunch of stuff so I can use. So then I said, thanks. Please help me to script a YouTube short and an IG reel that encapsulate the fact that I've flown 192 airlines so far and counting. Please write in English. Absolutely, Kerwin. Crafting concise yet engaging scripts for YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reel is key to capturing your audience attention. Here are the scripts tailored to highlight your achievement of flying 192 airlines. It is bonkers, all this stuff it's giving me. So it's telling me now what I have to do is now figure out time to take care of this. So there's 192 airlines and counting. My Sky High journey, that's the first script that it's doing for the first video. And it's a YouTube short, so it's only 60 seconds. Although YouTube is actually going to change that. The short is going to be 3 minutes in probably this month, I think, October 2024. They're going to change the length of YouTube shorts. It's going to be 3 minutes. whether it's vertical or horizontal. And so if you post anything 3 minutes or less, it's going to be automatically a short. It won't be a regular long form video, which means that when you, in terms of monetization, you're actually going to get less money because the shorts are monetize cheaper than the long form videos. So what they really want you to do is to do more long form videos. So the longer the videos, the better it is for monetization in YouTube. And also the better it is for your audience. You're giving your audience a better experience. And so this is going through and it's given me how I can go ahead and create a um, a short. Then it's telling me how I can do a reel. So here's the scene. Me standing in front of an airport waving toward the camera. Hi, I'm Kerwin and I've got a unique story to share. Rapid slideshows of photos or clips from different flights. I've flown with not 10, not 50, but 192 airlines. You hold in various airline memorabilia or scrolling through a digital album of boarding passes. From memory, and the voiceover will say, from memorable moments to amazing destinations. Then you looking excited at a departure board at an airport. I have so many of these photos. And guess what? I'm still exploring new skies. End with a call to action showing your social media handle. Follow my journey for more high flying stories. So it gives you everything you need. And so, of course, I'm complimented, right? I said, man, you're good. And I said, thank you, Kerwin. I'm glad you like the scripts. If you have any more requests or need further assistance, please feel free to ask me. I'm here to help. And I said, oh, I'll have questions as I start writing the process. And it goes, that's great. Whenever you're ready to dive into the writing process and need assistance, questions answered, or just a bit of guidance, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you and happy writing, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to stop sharing for a sec. If I could figure out how to do that. Okay. So I hope you recognize that you can use AI to write a book. And I showed you actually a lot more than just writing the book. We started with the concept of what we need to write the book, right? And I surveyed, and that's the thing. You need to survey your audience if your audience is going to be the source of the input. If your knowledge is the source of the input, then you need to tell ChatGPT that knowledge and then tell it what you're trying to do, and then it will help you. So in my case, I did a survey of my readers. I got the concept that I needed. I told it to summarize them and then take that summary, create an outline for a blog post, take that outline for a blog post, create a book outline on that. And then what I will do, I will go and have it expound on each section in that book. And as I write, and what I can do, I can always update it. So I can say, okay, here's what I've written so far. Can you update or suggest future modification to future chapters or things like that? And then now, one thing you must remember, you always need an editor. Regardless of what you write, you need an editor. And you can't use an AI to do editing. You need a human to do the editing. Although at some point, I'm sure they'll figure that out. But go find an editor. You can find somebody online. You can get Upwork or something like that, or just throw something out and your friends. Some of your friends are actually editors already, and they've done the work. But you can write your book using an AI. That's how we started off this video. Can I write a book using an AI? Yes, you can. And so don't dispute the power of what the AI can do for you. It will now what AI can do, and I hope it could do for me, is to help me to manage time because it's been about a year or more since I've done this outline. And now that I'm going through those videos, I go, I should tell people how to write a book using AI. And now I realize that I never did. I never did write the book. And I need to get writing that book. But now there's so much more that I can do, right? And I think I'm probably gonna do come back and say, can you give me some animation? I can take that script that it did for all the reels or the shorts, and I can have it create an animation for me. And the cool thing with animation is that you can tell it I can give it a picture of me and tell it to create a character that looks like me. But I've been trying to do that and I've not been successful. It gets my clothes right, but it doesn't get me right. It creates another guy who same complexion as me, gets the complexion right, but it can't get me right. So it's very funky. So that's the kind of stuff that you can do with AI. And so please do not discount what AI can do for you. I know it's very easy to concentrate on the negatives of everything new technology that comes out, but there are really some positives. And what I want you to think about is how you can use AI to help you create a book. All right. This is Kerwin with Travel Blogger 101. Talk to you soon.